I have now completed The Language of Hollywood, Storytelling, Sound and Colour. This is my reflection/review of this free online course, which you can undertake via Coursera. So, the first thing to say about this course is it's very compact. It's not like a lot of other online MOOCs and courses in that there's lots of content. This is fairly simplistic, and if I show you my course page, there's not a lot to it, quite frankly. I mean, the primary components of this course are the video lectures, and then just obviously you watch a few films around it, and then you do your final quiz. That's it. There are no other quizzes. It's just one exam at the end. And certainly the reason behind this was Scott Higgins, the teacher on this course. His incentive was really to create a course that was not a course. It was just more of an introduction to the field, and he actually says in the final lecture the only reason the exam is there is because Coursera required him to put one. So it's not a full course in that respect. It really is just a nice little introduction to Hollywood cinema, Hollywood filmmaking, and in particular an emphasis on the technology and the aesthetics behind Hollywood films. This is a subject I had studied before at university, and for this reason I've put off undertaking this course for quite some time now, because I didn't really think I would gain anything new from it. However, at the moment I'm going through a bit of a reintroduction, reappraisal of cinema and my relationship to cinema. So I thought, well, this would be an interesting reintroduction into something I already knew. And what happened, of course, is I undertook it and then very soon discovered it actually complemented what I had originally studied. And it's definitely broadened my knowledge more so because of it. Okay, so let's have a look at the syllabus. So the syllabus, again, is simplistic. You watch a lecture or two lectures, and then you watch film, watch some lectures, watch the film, have another lecture reflecting on the film, dissecting it, and that's pretty much that is the course. And then there's just the exam at the end, and it's a very intricate and close reading that Scott Higgins does provide of each film, and certainly each film is selected because it represents a particular type or set of conventions in Hollywood filmmaking, and also demonstrates the turning points from the different new introductions of technology and innovations into cinema. So, I mean, you've got the silent films here, and then you've obviously got the sound films, and then there's more emphasis on sound films. Goat Ship, a very good example. I love that film now. And then you've got colour. So yeah, these films are all very much examples of, you know, what is the title of the course, you know, storytelling, sound and colour. Now, you can't watch these films via the online course, so you can't watch them in this place. So right from the get-go, he recommends you to get your hands on copies or see if you can find them online. Now, I did find most of these online. I found this one, Applause I found, Monkey Business I couldn't find, so I still haven't seen it. Scarface I'd already seen, Ghost Ship I found, Trail of Lonesome Pine I couldn't find, Adventures of Robin Hood I found, and these last two I couldn't find either. So that's a bit of a disadvantage of the course, the fact that he hasn't cleared some form of clearance in order to make these films available in the course, which in all fairness is kind of understandable, because that would be a nightmare, even if it was under the pretense of for educational purposes. But even so, he actually does say that even if you can't watch the films, then you'll still gain a great deal from the lectures, because ultimately everything that is looked at in the lectures is explained, so you don't really need to have the prior knowledge of watching the film. It will broaden your understanding if you do, and certainly it will make it for a more enjoyable experience. It makes it seem less of a course and more of just an exploration that you can do over, 5 or 6 weeks or whatever. So, I mean, I enjoyed of course, very much in that respect. Certainly seeing some films I hadn't seen before. So these are the video lectures, and again, there's not actually that many. That's it. Again, my only complaint here is the fact that they're just week 1, part 1, week 2. I would have liked some titles, so actually title these in terms of what the lecture is about, because it would just make it easier from my point of view, and certainly you could skip lectures if you wanted to and just focus on the ones that really did interest you. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. That is the course. I mean, obviously also you have discussion forums, which, you know, are good for networking, talking to other like-minded individuals, discussing problems, queries, whatever. And yeah, the final quiz, which is just 20 questions. It's not very challenging, and yeah, I mean, I got what last attempted score 75.00 out of 100. So yeah, I mean, it's only 20 questions, so it's not difficult. So in conclusion then, if you were keen to explore films, film studies, study of films, the language of films, the storytelling of films, the sound, the colour, the technology, the history, then, and you wanted to do it for free, with it not eating that much of your time, then the language of Hollywood is definitely a good place to start. So I would highly recommend it because of that.